Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a moment where nothing seems to be moving, where your dreams feel distant and your efforts seem invisible? That restless frustration bubbling inside you is the signal that something bigger is being shaped beneath the surface. Listen closely. This waiting, this pause in your life is not wasted time. It's the sacred ground where God is quietly preparing your greatness. Every delay, every challenge, every no you faced is a divine tool, sharpening your character, building your strength, and expanding your vision beyond what you can see right now. When patience is hard, remember that the strongest trees take years to grow roots deep enough to weather storms. Your greatness isn't just about what you accomplish tomorrow. It's about the powerful transformation happening inside you today. So hold fast, hold faith, because the silence you endure is the very space where your future triumph is being molded. God's timing is perfect. And your breakthrough will come, not because of luck or chance, but because you were patient enough to trust the process and prepared enough to seize the moment when it arrived. The power of waiting, why patience is your greatest strength. Behind every delay is a divine purpose. How challenges are crafting your character. The quiet growth before the breakthrough. Trusting God's timing when you can't see the finish line. Preparing to step into your greatness with confidence. The power of waiting, why patience is your greatest strength. Let me be real with you. Waiting is one of the hardest things we have to do in life. When you're full of dreams, full of fire, and ready to move mountains, being told to wait feels like the universe is playing a cruel joke. You want results now, you want progress now, but instead you find yourself stuck in a place where time seems to stretch endlessly and nothing changes on the surface. But here's the truth nobody tells you loud enough. Waiting is not a weakness. Waiting is your greatest strength in disguise. It's the secret weapon that prepares you for everything you want to achieve. Think about it. Patience is the quiet power that teaches you control over your emotions. When you learn to wait without losing your mind, you develop a resilience that can't be shaken by setbacks or failures. It's easy to be strong when things are going well, but when doors keep closing and your plans feel delayed, that's when your true strength is tested. Patience doesn't mean giving up. It means holding on tighter to your vision, even when the path is unclear. It means saying to yourself, I might not see it yet, but I trust that something greater is being formed. Waiting also forces you to grow in ways that fast success never could. When you rush, you often miss the lessons hidden in the process. You miss the chance to build the skills, the mindset, and the habits that will sustain your greatness over the long haul. Patience gives you the time to improve quietly, to sharpen your mind, strengthen your spirit, and prepare your heart. This preparation is what separates those who shine for a moment from those who shine for a lifetime. Waiting is like the soil that nourishes the seed before it can break through the surface and blossom. And here's something else. Waiting builds faith. It's easy to believe when everything is working out, but true faith is forged in the fire of uncertainty. When you wait patiently, you're saying to God, I trust your plan, even when I don't understand it. That trust is powerful because it aligns you with a bigger purpose. It humbles you and reminds you that your timing isn't the final timing. God's timing is perfect, and waiting is your way of stepping into that divine rhythm. It's not just about being still, it's about being still with purpose, holding space for what is yet to come. Don't be fooled into thinking that waiting means you're stuck or forgotten. Often it means you are being readied, molded, stretched, and transformed for a greatness that requires more than just ambition. It requires patience, endurance, and faith. The person you are becoming during this waiting period is the person who will handle success wisely, who will lead with humility, and who will inspire others through your story. So, embrace the power of waiting. See it as a gift, not a curse. This waiting season is your training ground, your preparation time. The strength you build here will carry you through every challenge and elevate you when your moment finally arrives. Be patient, because patience is not about passivity, it's about power. The power to trust, the power to endure, and the power to rise stronger than ever before. Behind every delay is a divine purpose. You know, when life doesn't move as fast as you want it to, it's easy to feel like you're stuck in a frustrating loop. You put in the work, you dream big, you pray hard, but still, nothing seems to change. Doors stay closed, opportunities don't show up, and the timeline you imagine feels miles away. It's tempting to wonder, why is this happening to me? What's the point of all this waiting? But here's a truth that can change everything. Behind every delay is a divine purpose. God is not delaying you to punish you or to make you suffer. He's delaying you because He's preparing something so much greater than you could ever plan for yourself. See, God's timing is not about speed, it's about precision. Imagine trying to bake a cake and rushing it out of the oven too soon. No matter how good the ingredients are, the cake won't rise properly. It won't have the right texture, and it definitely won't taste as amazing as it should. In the same way, God knows exactly how long you need to be in the oven, so to speak, before you're ready to be presented to the world in your full glory. That delay is His way of perfecting your recipe. Sometimes the delay is about protection. You may be pushing for something because you believe it's your time, but God might be holding you back because the timing isn't right. Maybe the path you want to take isn't safe or isn't aligned with the bigger plan He has for your life. That delay is a shield, keeping you from rushing into something that could harm you or take you off your destined course. It's not a roadblock, it's a redirection. Other times, the delay is about preparation. The waiting period is the classroom where you're learning lessons you'll need for the next chapter. You might be gaining wisdom, patience, strength, or humility. You're building relationships, making connections, and growing in ways that don't always look like progress on the outside, but are huge wins on the inside. God uses these moments to shape your character so that when your breakthrough comes, you're not only ready to receive it, you're ready to handle it with grace and wisdom. And don't forget, sometimes the delay is about timing with others. Your greatness isn't just about you. It's about the impact you will have on those around you. God might be working behind the scenes to prepare the right people to support you, the right opportunities to open, and the perfect environment for your success to thrive. His delay isn't just about you. It's about orchestrating everything perfectly so your breakthrough benefits not only you, but everyone you're meant to touch. So whenever you feel stuck, remember that you're not stuck by accident. That delay is God's divine pause, a purposeful moment where He's working on things you can't see. It's His way of telling you, hold on, your time is coming, and it will be worth the wait. When you start to see delays as divine purposes rather than disappointments, your whole mindset changes. You stop fighting the waiting and start embracing it as part of your journey to greatness. Trust that behind every delay is a divine purpose, perfectly crafted to bring out the very best in you. How challenges are crafting your character. Let me tell you something straight. Challenges are not there to break you. They are not your enemies, even though they feel like it sometimes. Challenges are the very tools God uses to craft your character, to shape you into the person who can handle the greatness He's preparing for you. When you face difficulty, frustration, or setbacks, it's easy to get discouraged and think, why me? Why now? But what if I told you that these challenges are actually blessings in disguise? That they are the forge where your strength, patience, and resilience are being built? Think about it like this. Diamonds only become diamonds because they go through intense pressure underground. Without that pressure, they'd just be rough stones, invisible and without value. You too are under pressure, not to crush you, but to transform you. Every obstacle, every hardship you face is polishing you, sharpening your mindset and making you more resilient. This is the time when your character is being tested and proven. Are you going to give up, or are you going to rise above? Challenges teach you things you can't learn any other way. They teach humility because they remind you that you don't have all the answers. They teach patience because results don't come overnight. They teach grit because you have to keep pushing forward even when everything inside you wants to quit. When you get through a tough season, you come out stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the journey ahead. And here's the most important part. Challenges prepare you to lead. Greatness isn't just about talent or opportunity. It's about who you become while you're waiting for your moment. People who have been through tough times have the empathy and understanding to inspire others. They know what it means to struggle, to keep faith, and to keep going when it feels impossible. Your challenges are not just for you. They prepare you to be a light for others who are walking similar paths. Don't forget, the character you build in the waiting room is the foundation of your legacy. When your breakthrough finally comes, you'll be ready to handle success without losing yourself. You'll be grounded, humble, and strong enough to make decisions that honor your values and your vision. Without these challenges, that kind of greatness wouldn't be possible. So instead of resenting your struggles, start thanking them, because every difficulty is carving out a better version of you. Remember, greatness is not just about the destination. It's about the journey and the growth along the way. The challenges you face right now are part of your training. They are the grit in the oyster that creates your pearl. Embrace them, learn from them, and let them shape your character. Because when you finally step into your greatness, you'll stand tall not just because of what you've achieved, but because of who you've become through the process. The quiet growth before the breakthrough. You know, sometimes the hardest part about waiting for your breakthrough is that it feels like nothing is happening at all. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and all you see is silence and stillness around your dreams. It's easy to get discouraged and wonder if maybe you're wasting your time. But here's the reality. Most of the greatest breakthroughs come after a season of quiet growth. That stillness you're feeling, that's the invisible work happening beneath the surface. God is working quietly, preparing every detail of your life so when your moment comes, it's perfect. Think about a seed planted in the ground. When you look at it, you don't see any progress for days or even weeks. It just sits there, seemingly dormant. But beneath the soil, roots are growing deep, reaching for water and nutrients. That seed is growing stronger every day, even though you can't see it. Your life right now is that seed stage. The growth may not be obvious to you, but inside, deep within your mind, your heart, and your spirit, something powerful is taking shape. Quiet growth is about developing things you can't always measure: patience, faith, wisdom, and resilience. It's about learning lessons that don't come from quick wins, but from long, slow progress. Sometimes God uses this time to strengthen your inner world, so that when you finally do break through, you won't be overwhelmed or unprepared. He's making sure your roots are deep enough to hold you steady no matter what storms come your way. This quiet growth period also teaches you the value of trust. It's hard to trust when you can't see the results, but trust is what fuels your breakthrough. When you keep showing up even when you feel like giving up, you're telling God and yourself that you believe better days are ahead. That belief, even in silence, is powerful. It's like watering the roots of your future success. Remember, growth doesn't always look flashy or dramatic. Sometimes it's slow, steady, and unseen by anyone else. But that doesn't mean it's not happening. That quiet time is setting the foundation for everything you want. So instead of getting frustrated by the silence, embrace it. Use it to prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for what's coming. Your breakthrough is not just about a sudden change. It's about the cumulative effect of all the quiet growth happening right now. The patience you're building, the faith you're strengthening, and the lessons you're learning. They're all investments in your future. When the time is right, all of that invisible work will explode into something powerful and undeniable. So hold on to this truth. The quiet growth before the breakthrough is essential. It's not wasted time. It's not emptiness. It's preparation. It's God's way of making sure your greatness is built on a strong foundation, ready to rise higher and shine brighter than ever before. Stay patient, stay faithful, because your breakthrough is coming, and it's going to be worth every moment of the wait. Trusting God's timing when you can't see the finish line. I want to talk to you about something that's tough but so important. Trusting God's timing, especially when you can't see the finish line. It's easy to have faith when things are going your way, when the path looks clear and the results are visible. But what about when you're in the middle of the struggle? When every day feels like a test of your patience and the goal you're chasing feels miles away. That's when trusting God's timing becomes the real challenge and the real victory. Here's the thing. God's timing is never late, even when it feels like it. It's perfect, even if it doesn't match your schedule. When you're waiting and wondering why things aren't happening as fast as you want, it's easy to forget that there is a bigger picture you cannot see. You're looking at the journey through the lens of your own understanding. But God is working with a view that stretches far beyond what you can imagine. His plan includes not just your success, but your growth, your protection, and your lasting fulfillment. Trusting God's timing means surrendering your control. It means letting go of the urge to rush, push, or force things to happen on your timeline. I know how hard that is. We live in a world that values speed and instant results. But faith isn't about rushing. It's about waiting well. It's about believing that every delay, every not yet, is part of God's master plan for your life. It's a daily choice to say, I don't understand now, but I trust you. Sometimes that trust means being patient with yourself. Maybe you feel stuck or unprepared, and you're pushing to move forward because you're afraid of missing your chance. But God's timing is also about preparing your heart and mind. The waiting period is not just about the world catching up to your dreams. It's about you catching up to the person God wants you to be. You can't step into your greatness if your foundation isn't strong. Trust that God is using this time to build you up. And let me remind you, trusting God's timing also means believing that He's working behind the scenes, even when you can't see it. Sometimes the answer is not a sudden miracle, but a series of small, invisible steps that are aligning your life exactly where it needs to be. When you feel like giving up because nothing seems to be happening, remember, God is still moving. The wind of change is quietly blowing in your favor, even if you don't feel it yet. So when the finish line is invisible, when the wait feels endless, and your patience is running thin, hold on tighter to your faith. Trust that the waiting is a necessary part of your story, a powerful chapter that's shaping your future success. Keep your eyes on the promise, not the timing. God's timing is perfect, and your breakthrough will come exactly when it's supposed to. Stronger, wiser, and more ready than ever before, preparing to step into your greatness with confidence. Now, let's talk about what happens when all this waiting, all this growing, all this trusting finally leads you to the moment you've been working toward, the moment to step into your greatness. This is not just about finally reaching your goals. It's about showing up with confidence, with purpose, and with the readiness that only comes from the journey you've been on. The truth is, greatness isn't just handed to you. It's earned through patience, perseverance, and preparation. And God is getting you ready to walk into that greatness like the champion you were meant to be. You see, confidence doesn't come from luck or coincidence. It comes from knowing you've been through the process, that you've learned the lessons, and that you've been tested and proven. When you're finally called to step up, you want to do it with the assurance that you can handle whatever comes your way. That kind of confidence is rooted in experience, The experience of overcoming doubt, pain, delay, and disappointment. It's not arrogance. It's a quiet, steady belief in your own strength because you know what it took to get there. God's preparation isn't just about making you strong. It's about making you wise. Greatness requires wisdom to make good decisions, to lead others well, and to remain humble in success. Sometimes people who get success too quickly without preparation struggle because they haven't been equipped for the responsibilities that come with it. But you're being prepared to not only succeed, but to sustain that success and to make a meaningful impact. Think about what it means to walk into your greatness with confidence. It means no longer being paralyzed by fear or doubt. It means trusting your instincts because you've cultivated discernment through the challenges you faced. It means having the humility to continue learning and growing even as you achieve. And it means having the courage to lead, to inspire others with your story and your strength. This preparation phase also means aligning your heart with your purpose. It's not enough to succeed. You want to succeed for the right reasons. God is preparing your heart to carry not just personal achievement, but a legacy that uplifts others. Your greatness will be a beacon of hope and encouragement because it will come from a place of genuine purpose and passion. So, as you get closer to your breakthrough, start thinking about how you want to show up. What kind of leader do you want to be? How do you want your story to inspire others? What values will you hold on to when the spotlight is on you? These questions are part of your preparation too. Greatness is as much about who you are on the inside as it is about what you accomplish on the outside. Remember, stepping into your greatness is a journey, not a single moment. Each step forward builds your confidence and shapes your legacy. Trust that God is equipping you with everything you need to walk boldly into the future He has prepared for you. You are ready. You are capable. And your greatness is waiting, not just to be claimed, but to be lived fully, with confidence and purpose. All right, here's the heart of it. Patience isn't just about waiting. It's about trusting the process, trusting God's plan, and believing that everything happening right now is shaping you for something extraordinary. Every delay, every challenge, every quiet moment of growth is working together to prepare you for your breakthrough. So don't rush, don't lose hope. Instead, hold on to your faith. Keep showing up and remember that God's timing is perfect. Your greatness is already being crafted right now in this very moment. Stay patient, stay strong, and get ready to step into the amazing future waiting just ahead.